Hello, my name's Ellie and I'm part of the strategic planning team at Copeland Borough Council. I'm here to give you a short introduction to the new local plan we're currently working on, which covers the period between 2017 and 2035. The latest draft of the plan is our preferred options draft. This sets out what we think are the key issues currently facing the borough. It includes policies to address these issues and identifies sites for specific uses such as housing and employment. It also identifies areas that should be protected against development. We're currently holding a public consultation on the preferred options draft to ensure that the views of Copeland's residents and communities are considered and incorporated into the local plan process. The following slides will give you an overview of what the plan contains, how we've engaged with communities so far, and how you can get involved in the process. Okay, so the local plan is a document which is produced by the strategic planning team. And once this is adopted, it will be used to guide all development in Copeland until 2035. So the main purpose of this is to help us to determine planning applications, and it will have full weight following adoption. So the plan is going to replace the existing Copeland local plan 2013 to 2028. And this relates to all of the areas of Copeland that lie outside of the Lake District National Park. So currently we're at the preferred option stage of the plan production, which is being consulted on right now. All responses to the consultation will be used to inform the first formal draft under the regulations, the publication draft. This will be submitted to the Planning Inspectorate, will then be subject to a public examination, and we anticipate that the plan will be ready to adopt in spring 2022. So far we have carried out some engagement with communities. So we've engaged through the issues and options draft of our local plan. This was consulted on between November 2019 and January 2020. So all of our responses gained to that have contributed to the development of the preferred options draft, which is what we're consulting on now. So it's a requirement for all local authorities to produce a statement of community involvement, and this sets out how communities are going to be engaged in the planning process. Now, given all the changes surrounding the pandemic, we've had to amend this. A lot of our usual strategies, such as roadshows and face-to-face meetings, are no longer possible. So we've replaced these with other things, such as videos like this, and also virtual meetings with parish councillors and key stakeholders. We've also advertised through the Copeland website, social media, and the local press, as well as our notice boards in the parish councils as well. So I'm just going to take a bit of time now just to quickly talk you through the structure of the document. So first of all, we've got our vision and objectives, which tries to set out what the local plan is trying to achieve. Then we have our strategy and standards. So this is the overarching framework for development, and it contains the strategic policies that we're applying to most development within the borough. We then have 4 key chapters: Copeland's economy, Copeland's communities, Copeland's places, and Copeland's connectivity. I'll go into a bit more detail about these in a minute. So our local plan vision and objectives, they've taken quite a long time to develop. We first of all look at the objectives and the vision within the core strategy, and we then adapt that to make it a bit more current to the local Copeland context at the time, and build upon that using things like corporate documents and our evidence-based documents, as well as public opinions. So this has led to the development of a vision and objective, which we think are very ambitious, but also achievable to help us to develop a borough that we want to see by 2035. So what you can see on the screen now is our vision. And these are 19 strategic objectives that we've developed to try and help us achieve that vision. So these are just essentially goals that we're working towards. So the objectives are identified using the 4 icons you can see along the bottom now, and you'll see these all the way through the plan. They're alongside all of the policies to show where policies are going to help us achieve our key objectives. So first of all, in the plan, we've got our development strategy. So this is quite a big, broad chapter which contains all of our policies relating to how we're going to achieve our presumption in favour of sustainable development as set out in the National Planning Policy Framework. It sets out our preferred settlement hierarchy across the borough. It outlines the boundaries that we would like to see around the settlements, and it also sets out strategic development priorities, including large-scale projects. So the settlement hierarchy, I'll just talk about this quickly. We've had a bit of a change to our settlement hierarchy since the core strategy, which has included the incorporation of a lot of smaller settlements into the sustainable rural villages and other rural villages tiers. This is with the idea that we want to facilitate additional growth in these towns and help to support them. So the settlement hierarchy really just sets out the preferred distribution for development across the borough, in line with our sustainability objectives. So I'm going to talk now about Copeland's economy chapter. So this sets out all of our policies for strengthening, rebooting and diversifying the borough's economy. So this is a really massive chapter. It includes things like all of our employment opportunities and sites, climate change, nuclear, clean energy development. It also includes policies relating to retail, leisure, improving our town centre offering, and also strengthening our tourism offerings. This can help to bring about economic growth, support local businesses, and provide regeneration for our towns. So the next chapter is our Copeland's Communities chapter, which sets out all of our policies for the provision of high quality, attractive housing, and also leisure, sporting and cultural facilities across the borough to meet the needs of our current and future residents. This covers a range of issues such as meeting the housing requirement, the distribution of housing across the borough, the provision of affordable housing, housing density and mix, and also the provision of sporting, leisure and cultural facilities. So these policies can all contribute towards improving physical and mental health and providing homes for people, in the places they want them and the housing they need. So we've developed a number of site allocations across the borough. These have been identified through our Strategic Housing Land Availability Assessment Process, or SHLAR, which has identified a range of deliverable and developable sites. So some of these have been allocated for development to meet our housing targets, and these are in line with our development strategy and settlement hierarchy, which outlines the settlements most suitable for development. And it also includes the sites which we consider are most suitable for development, i.e. they've got the least number of constraints and could provide good quality homes. So you'll notice that some settlements don't contain any housing allocations, and this is due to a lack of potential or available sites or constraints such as flooding or highways issues. So in most cases, we've amended the settlement boundary in these settlements to allow for development to come forward in the future. So further information regarding the proposed housing allocations, including a list of the constraints, can be found in our housing allocations profile document, which is available on our website. So the next chapter is Copeland's Places, which surrounds all of our policies with regards to our natural and built environments. So this includes things like protecting biodiversity, protecting our natural landscapes, protecting green infrastructure, and conserving our natural, our built, designated and non-designated heritage assets. So in our new local plan, we've also incorporated biodiversity net gain of 10% and also additional protection for local green spaces, which are significant to our local communities. So the final chapter in the plan is Copeland's Connectivity, which sets out all of our policies surrounding physical and digital connectivity. So things like improving infrastructure and access to high quality telecommunications infrastructure, improving transport links both within Copeland and to and from the borough, encouraging the use of sustainable transport and active travel methods, improving access to the countryside, and also our parking standards with new developments. So this is really, really important in helping to improve people's physical and mental well-being. And it's also really important given both the rural nature of the borough and changes arising from the COVID-19 pandemic. So this can help to facilitate people working from home. It can help to keep small businesses going, facilitate economic growth, and also to improve mental health and community resilience. So that's provided a very brief outline of what we're including in the plan. We'd really like to hear people's opinions and views on what we've proposed. It's really important to get as many views as possible. So we're currently undertaking an 8-week consultation, which is going to end on the 15th of November 2020. The full plan, the appendices, and all of our supporting evidence-based documents can be viewed online on our website. Alternatively, we're offering hard copies and CD copies by request as well. So please make any comments that you have on our draft, on the response form, or the SurveyMonkey link, which you can find both of those on our website. All response form can be emailed to us at localplanconsultation@copeland.gov.uk. They can also be posted to the Market Hall or the council offices in Millham as well. So don't hesitate to get in touch if you have any questions about the work we're doing or how to get involved. Again, just email us at localplanconsultation@copeland.gov.uk,
or you can call us through the Copeland switchboard number to access a member of the team on 01946 598 300. We look forward to hearing all of your views. Thank you very much.